Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Dee of Deesparktarot. I just want to say thank you so much for the support, for the love. Hi, I have been so occupied today. Hey Sib, so good seeing you. I've been so occupied today with just like doing the spiritual work. I had a lovely experience today, and I just want to touch a little bit on it, and then we're gonna go into some readings. Okay. Once again, just thank you everyone who has shown so much love and so much support with the work that I'm doing. First and foremost, thank you everyone who has signed up for the Tarot 101 course. I sound kind of because I literally just woke up. I've been up since like 6 this morning because I had to do like prayers, and I went back to sleep, woke up, and I did Sunday Survivor Series with Jewel the Gem. Shout out Jewel. It was amazing, very beautiful and cathartic. I'm so happy that I did it, and it'll be something I'll be going with forward. So yeah, I've just been really in a space of doing the work, and I'm so happy that I got to participate in that and meet other dope people as well. Let's see. Yeah, just thank you. Thank you all so much. Yeah, so back to the Tarot 101 course. The last day to sign up is going to be the 7th because I need to take a break. I got to start writing out everything for this course. So, if you know anybody, please spread the word. Share the link. The link is in my bio. You can also share the photo. If they want to email me, they can DM me, whatever. If they need to get in contact, if they have questions, please. I have 3 more slots left, and after that, I'm closing it because I'm it's a lot of things, okay? Secondly, the deck should be here this week. Yes, this week, and I'm really excited about my decks coming. And then after that, I am taking a break. I need the break. It's been a lot, so I'm excited about that. Trying to see if there's anything else. I think that's about it. And yes, hey! And if you haven't booked a reading, please do book a reading. The month of January is going to be very limited because I'm going to be taking a couple of weeks off just to focus on myself. So, if you'd like to book a reading, hey, boo, hey, pumpkin, hi, twin. I'm going to just take time out to focus on myself. So, yes, if you would like to get a reading, I have 30 minutes, 60 minutes ancestral readings, which a lot of people have been doing, which I'm really excited about. I delve into a lot of things and whatnot. And this is really dope for me to learn more about, community and learn a lot about myself as well. I thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I saw that. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I also do have a Patreon. So yes, thank you for mentioning that. I do have a Patreon. So I have one card pool, 3 card pool, and I have some other things. So if accessibility is an issue in regards to finances, Patreon would be a wonderful way to stay connected to this work, but also get a reading from me. So yes, if you are concerned about anything, I do have a Patreon for that, and it's monthly access. Yes, spread the word on that as well. So, yes. So I think that's it. Oh, yes, and oils. So I also have oils, and I'm running really low. I'm really low on my oils. I'm really wow, thank y'all. But yeah, this work never stops, right? So yes, thank you. Like I said, once again, thank you everyone for being patient in regards to the deck. Y'all, as a small business owner, it has been a learning curve for me, and I appreciate all being patient. I think this next cycle I'm going to do it a little different. Spirit already told me how to move, so I will more than likely do a crowd fund, not that much, maybe a G. And, just ask people to spread the word about the deck and just to raise money so I can have it in bulk, go ahead and ship it out and do what I got to do instead of doing it how I've been doing it. Because even though what I'm doing is efficient, COVID really kind of jacked, especially during this time, it jacked everything up because of the holidays. Finances weren't the issue, but I feel if I'm able to get a different distributor, that would probably help So for those that are wanting to know about the orders of the deck, please be patient. I sent out a mass email. Okay. So if you are waiting for your order will be coming soon. Please be patient with that because I have to literally, I'm working on other things as well. Soon as I get those decks, they're going out. And I'm taking a break until March. Pre-orders will start back up on Etsy in March. So yes, thank you all so much for the support and thank you all so much for the love. So I wanted to hop on here real quick because we're in a new cycle, especially the month of January. I'm going to be also talking about transits in another week or so, but I wanted just to give a feel about the month of January and talk a little bit about how that transit, how that happens within, like, you know, the cycle, right? I think people think of January as a month of like, oh my God, New Year's resolutions, new blah, blah, blah. It's not. I always say this to my clients. January is not the initiatory month. It's March. The reason why I say March has a lot of Mars energy. Mars is about initiating. It's about movement. It's about also the energy of accountability, energy of standing up. And it's also spring. Like, why would we start a new year during winter? Winter is all about getting ourselves together, hibernating, recalibrating, okay? And I want people to, like, not get so caught up in, like, these New Year resolutions and stuff. And I understand people have things like it's ingrained, right? But I think after this entire pandemic that has struck around the world, people are seeing things differently. So I wanted to delve a little bit into the month of January, and I'm really, really excited about just this new beginning. Yeah, thank you. Like, Sib, we're here. We're here, Sib. We're here. So I'm going to delve a little bit. I'm going to be using several decks. I think it'll be very beneficial if you want to take notes. This might be 2 parts, so because Spirit is telling me to kind of like just see how this goes. Okay. So like I said, January, we're going into 2 transitory signs, 2 signs that are going to be like one in and one out. We have Capricorn and we have Aquarius. Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn. Okay. Aquarius is Uranus. So imagine dealing with like I think this is why January, everybody's like structure, grounding, do this, do that, da 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 da. And then when the end of January is like, fuck it, slack off. Because Uranus is very unexpected energy, unexpected things. This also causes us to jump out of things that it might be unconventional, right? We also have to think about Uranus and Taurus, right? So this is, and also Jupiter in Aquarius and Saturn in Aquarius. So there's like this new energy, this new, we're paving the way for our own happiness versus society paving the way for our own happiness, right? And I think this is very important to realize with those 2 planets in the sign of Aquarius. Okay. We also, I believe Age of Aquarius is here as well. So this is also going to be a huge renaissance for us. So I'm thinking January is not going to be like our typical January that we've had over the years because of the transits that are here. Okay. So I'm going to be using the Astro Oracle deck. I love this deck, by Maria, and Maria, I believe, is in, Look, that's exactly, I'm like, I don't feel compelled. People are like, what are your goals for 2021? Bitch, I'm just trying to live. Can we live? Like, I just want to wake up and breathe and be like, I made it another day. I can't be concerned about, I can't. Like, the last cycle was a lot for me, and it was a lot for a lot of people too. And I just feel like a lot of people, you know, they put too much pressure. Like, I think everybody is just like, just to stay the fuck alive. Like, I just want to live. Like, I made it through 2020 and I made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was real. And I feel like Spirit is going to guide us. And also 2021 is the number 5 if you add it all together. So this is all going to be about shifts, transformation, changes. 5 is also a number of upheaval too. So things are not going to be what they were. Because I feel like 2020, even though it was an unstable year, it was a stable year, if that makes sense. In the sense of we really had to like buckle down and hold on. Whereas 2021, I'm going to be very frank with you, I feel like it's going to be a lot of shaking up, but it's going to be in a good way, if that makes sense. So let's delve into the month of January. I'm going to use an Astro Soul Oracle deck. I'm just going to pull a couple of cards and see what that says. And then we're going to delve a little bit more using tarot and oracle decks, okay? So, okay, here we go. They're already starting to pop out. Look, we do need 2 Januaries, for real. Like, is there another planet? Because Earth ain't hitting. Earth ain't it. Okay. That's too many cards. I'm going to do 3 cards. Come on. What is January looking like for the collective? Oh, here we go. 2 cards. Okay. All right. Conjunction. Interesting. Mercury. Cancer. This is very interesting to me. Very, 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 very interesting. Okay. So the overall energy is Saturn. Remember I said Capricorn. Okay, Saturn. All right. This is boundaries, limitations, delays, and responsibilities. So, like I said, January is going to be a month for us to really like set forth things in our lives that we may have kind of neglected in the past cycle, right? But I also keep hearing here that like a lot of us are struggling to like get things off the ground the beginning of January. That's why I feel like the end of January is going to be like things are going to be taking off. That's what I'm feeling. And conjunction usually deals with like, how do I say this? So I like to think of sun conjunct with the moon, because that's usually dealing with like full moon or like the new moon and how those two work together. It can be good or bad. So not good or bad, but it can be an opportunity or it can be a blessing. Okay. And I think with Mercury here, Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, right? So I'm hearing here too, if you are a Capricorn, Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, or Cancer, January is going to be a very interesting month for you in the sense of you trying to find whom you are, trying to find your space, trying to express yourself. You might be dealing with emotional issues that may come to the forefront due to family. And this is around either someone who is a feminine figure in your life or someone who's like your mother. Okay? Someone who has been a mother to you. Okay? Mercury is communication, knowledge, information, and curiosity. Now, I believe Mercury, is it still in, I think it's out. I think it's in Sagittarius now going into Capricorn. So communication right now, to be honest with you, might be very, very blunt. If it's in Sagittarius, it might be very, very blunt. Like, not gonna lie to you, because Mercury in Sagittarius, the tarot card that is the 8 of Wands. I think Mercury might still be in Sagittarius. Let me double check, y'all. Hold on. I think it might still be in Mercury and, sorry y'all, I'm having a moment. I want to say that it is. I want to say that it is. If not, it's probably in Capricorn right now. Let's see. It will be... Okay, yeah. So it's currently in Capricorn right now. Because I know like the last few months of... the last few weeks of 2020 was Mercury in Capricorn. I mean, Mercury in Sagittarius. Now is Mercury in Capricorn. Let's see. Make sure this is right. I want to say that it is going into Capricorn shortly. Nonetheless, we got some very interesting transits that are going to happen. And I believe it's going to be in air signs, but I know that the end of 2020, it was in Capricorn. I mean, Sagittarius. I don't know why I keep saying Capricorn, but it was in Sagittarius. So communication might have been a little blunt, a little like lackluster. Things were just like very straight to the point. We do have Mercury retrograde coming, and it's going to be in air signs this year. So that should be very interesting. That should be very, very interesting. Yeah, it'll be very, very interesting. Nonetheless, we're going to leave that there. Cancer is also here. So I'm going to show you other cards. So this is Cancer, right? This is the moon. The moon deals with our subconscious. It deals with our, it deals with our emotions, right? How we perceive those emotions in the unconscious world. This also deals with our fears. This deals with our lack of initiative as well. So I feel here emotionally for some of you all, there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done in the month of January that you're going to have to face. And as painful as this may be, this is going to be very beneficial for you. So I'm going to double check about that Mercury energy, but I know we have Mercury retrograde coming. And it's going to be actually in Aquarius, the 30th to the 21st. So I believe it's in Capricorn right now. So I was right. So it's in Capricorn right now. So with that being said, like with the Capricorn, I feel like communication will be a little bit easier. Because like I said, going into the last few days, like the last few weeks of 2020, with that Sagittarius energy, it was just very intense, just not. So now that we are in the Mercury and Capricorn energy, I think communication will be very like, here's what it is, but it won't be as intense or as like, I feel like a middle ground of sorts, okay? So let's delve into some tarot. I'm going to be using the Akamara tarot deck. Shout out to Lola. Lola is amazing. Good people. Love their energy. I'm excited about their other two decks. I think it's Tongues of the Mother. And I forgot the other one. They're both. I'm just ready and I'm excited to get both of them. And I just cannot wait. So let's see what is going on for the collective in regards to the month of January. All right. Moon in Aquarius energy. Very interesting. This deals with us not being honest with ourselves. This also deals with us what is it that we're hiding? What is it that others are hiding from us? Well, and I feel this is with your thoughts, like you're not expressing it too, okay? All right, so I'm going to do this in reverse because that came out in reverse. I normally don't do reversals, but when I do reversals, there's a reason why I do reversals. All right, that's the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. That's Sun in Capricorn, by the way. For those who are wondering, Sun in Capricorn is the Four of Pentacles. Right? Don't be shrewd with your resources this month. That's what I'm hearing here. Don't be shrewd. Or you're being too shrewd. It's like an extreme. Like you have to find a balance this month for some of y'all. You have to find a balance. I know that we're about to get that stimmy on the Timmy. Timmy on the stimmy. Timmy on the stimmy. You're like Elf on the Shelf. Timmy on the stimmy. Some of us not getting that stimmy. But that's okay because Spirit has blessed me in other ways. Timmy will not be on my stimmy, and that's fine. That's absolutely okay. I've accepted that. All right. Timmy on the stimmy. Lord. Y'all know I'm a mess. Anybody knows me knows. Mine did not hit. Mine was like, wait. I did not get that stimmy at all. I've been waiting. but it hasn't hit, and that's fine. I'm okay with it because Spirit has already blessed me, so I'm not too pressed about it. It's totally okay. Maybe it will hit this time around. Maybe it'll hit this time around because, you know, of everything that's going on. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. I think the next one that comes, I'll probably get it. But this last one, yeah, I did not get it. Yeah, I'm going to do that for 2020. I'm just going to claim it. Because I did not get it. So it's fine. Like, I'm not, that's what I'm saying. Either way, I'm going to get the money because the money resides with me. Like, Beishola. So I'm not too pressed about it. All right. So, let me draw one more card. Spirit saying draw one more card. Thank you for that. All right. So, we got a lot of Pentacles energy here, which I find very interesting. This deals with our wealth. This deals with our stability. It goes from a 4 to a 3. But in this sense, I think it is good. It's not bad. So overall energy is mommy. And mommy is the Empress in this deck. Right? The Empress is someone who has all their shit together. Who is seen to the world. Who is known to the world. Right? The Empress is also Venus. So this rules relationships. This rules business. This rules finances. This rules money. It's also the two signs that correspond with the Empress energy are Taurus and Libra. So this will be for those who, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and I'm hearing for some people, your Jupiter in Taurus or Libra. Okay? But for the collective, too, you can also get this message if it resonates. If it doesn't, cool. So what I'm hearing here is that, many of you all will start to see your efforts thrive in the month of January after a long hiatus. There may be an opportunity for you to start over. The energy I'm hearing here is to start over. I'm hearing good news. I'm hearing good fortune. I'm also hearing for some of you all, this could be a blossoming of a new relationship if you've been uncertain about starting that because you have been holding yourself back or somebody else has been holding themselves back. Somebody sees you as their world. If this is a relationship, if this is not, you are being recognized by a lot of people, or people are starting to finally notice you. Like I said, it's for Taurus and Libra, and I'm also getting Leo because of the Sun card here. I feel like after a time of not being seen, not being recognized, for some of you all, you've been going through your growing pains. And now, because I have the 4, so I have the 4 of Pentacles, which is Sun in Capricorn. I have the Soul card, which is the Sun. I'm going to show you. Look, we already talked about that. The bar is low in hell. Low in hell. Like, don't even touch the bar. Don't even try to go over the bar. Don't even look at the bar. Turn away from that shit. Just, the bar is low in hell. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. I can't help you. I can't help you. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is Jupiter in Capricorn. I mean, Jupiter in Libra, sorry, because Swords is air. Jupiter in Libra. Jupiter in Capricorn would be a different energy. So, screaming, log off. What I love about the 4 of Swords energy here is that the 4 of Swords, I'll show you the card. You see here how this person is surrounded by all these swords, and whenever they try to get up, they will get hurt, right? This is calling for you to take time to rest. And I'm also here for some of y'all, if you have been in the spotlight, this might be a time for you to relax and or like debrief. People are still going to be there to help you, but you need to take care of yourself right now. That's what I'm also hearing. You need to center yourself right now. I'm hearing centering yourself. People are still going to be there for you. Still going to be getting to work, but I just feel that many of us need to center ourselves right now because we've been so involved making sure everybody else is okay but ourselves. Okay, draw a few more cards. I saw the Exile card. I knew this card was going to come up. I knew this card was going to come up, and that one. So the next 4 cards we have are Origin. Origin is the Fool. Origin is the Fool. Okay. It is on top of the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, it is. It is. This Aquarius, that's what I'm saying. The Capricorn season, I feel, is going to be a time where people are going to have to recalibrate. But I feel like Aquarius season was things are going to start to take off. So just be mindful. This Aquarius energy. Once Aquarius season hits, I feel like things are going to be like boom. Like once that shit hits, going boom. So be patient. The Origin card is the Fool. Now, in the traditional Rider-Waite, the Fool is symbolized with a young person, with a dog, and a white flower. The white flower symbolizes purity, right? And the dog, I feel, symbolizes, to me, I feel like symbolizes the direction where the person needs to go, because the dogs know, they sense things, right? This person, this could be you. You may need to understand that it's okay to feel the way you know, to feel the way that you are feeling in regards to your journey, right? And I feel like many of y'all may be holding back because you are afraid of letting go. You don't want to fall far from the tree. You don't want to fall far from some things that have been protecting you. You see the crescent moon? You see that crescent moon? To me, that's a waxing moon. This is intention. This is putting yourself out there. It's time to put yourself out there. And I feel like many of y'all have been afraid of that. But I'm also feeling that Spirit is showing you that it's okay to be by yourself. If this is a relationship, if you've been dealing with a relationship with someone and it may not be working, Spirit is asking you to be to yourself for a while. It's okay. You don't need anybody. Nobody really needs you. No tea, no shade. You don't need nobody. Nobody really needs you. This is Virgo. So this could be for Virgo. Leatrice, I'm going to call you out. Spirit wants you to know that it's okay to be by yourself. It's very lonely. I know. Look, they have been showing up in my tea light candles too. But this beautiful energy is intentional energy. You caught that. Okay, make sure you caught that. So I love this too, because Exile too, you see the moon, it's full. We have a new moon coming up on the 10th of January in the sign of Capricorn. I'm going to be doing a live about that in another few days. Probably like another 5 or 6 days. I usually try to do it a couple days before the new moon hits. But I like this card because it's all about us being on the edge. And the edge is the unknown, right? And we have the moon here. The moon stirs up the things that we may not be sure about, but it's for our betterment. Whenever the Exile card, the Hermit card pops up in regards to relationship, this is usually someone who is alone. Someone who's by themselves. Someone who needs to be by themselves because they need to work on themselves. They need to work on how they're feeling subconsciously, how they're gathering themselves subconsciously. Okay? The next card is the 5 of Swords. Now, the 5 of Swords, I think of this card as, it's like, okay, this is what I think about it. So, you know, when like you about to fight, okay, I was never a fighter, but like somebody really tried me one time. And this is like someone who talks mad shit, right? They're like, they have my beat this motherfucker ass and da 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 da. And then when the day comes, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You won. It's like, why talk all that shit? Like, you knew you were going to take this L. Why are you talking all that mess? You knew this shit was hurting. You made a decision to hurt yourself. But now you can't back out the fight and you about to get your ass beat. Just take the beating. Now victories are meant to be won. It's okay to lose sometimes. It's okay to lose. January is also going to be a very interesting time around partnerships. So you may have to cut your losses with some people as well. People like, oh, I'm cutting dot 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 dot. No, like if something doesn't feel right in a situation, don't entertain it. That's what I'm hearing here. Don't entertain it. You are trying to protect yourself, but Spirit is telling you, I'm only going to do but so much protecting. Like either you're going to do what you need to do, or we going to really fuck this shit up for you. We're going to fuck all this shit up for you. So that's what I'm feeling. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling. Okay. And then the last card is the Six of Wands, which is Jupiter in Leo. So like I said, I feel that many of us here, and also with this card too, you could be dealing with people who may be wanting to not be around you because they're starting to see your growth. They're starting to see you're taking the risk for yourselves. You are taking the opportunity to be like, you know what, I'm going to do for me and I'm going to shine. And I'm literally seeing like a flower blossoming, and then the rest of the flowers around it are like still little buds. Like they're looking up at you and they're kind of not liking that. It's kind of like having that one rotten apple in a bag of apples that are fresh, and that rotten apple is causing all the issues. Because I'm hearing this for, I don't know who this is for. There's somebody is dealing with somebody in their life, and there's multiple people involved, and there's one rotten fucking apple. This rotten fucking apple is trying to spoil it for the entire fucking bunch. This could be a business deal as well. So if you're dealing with money matters with someone, you might, and you're not, and you know, because the Exile card too is interesting. I'm going to break it down for you. So when we're going on our journey, especially dealing with spiritual work, there are 3 cards you should be mindful of in pertaining to your spiritual journey. The Hermit, the Magician, and the High Priestess. The Hermit is always starting out on their journey, right? The Magician, now the Hermit is like starting out on their journey, just learning about everything. The Magician has the alchemy from a physical perspective, whereas the High Priestess, in my perspective, from what I've been learning about it, Mercury rules the Magician. This is your communication, your throat chakra. The High Priestess is the moon. This is spirit. This is your third eye and your crown, right? Virgo is also Mercury, but I feel like it has to do with the inverted side of Mercury, like kind of stepping away and like lack of communication. Like it's the beginning stages. Whereas the moon, I feel, is your crown and your third eye. So the High Priestess is all about someone who is focusing on themselves. They know what they need to do and they're doing it. They're not telling everybody though. I feel like sometimes the Magician, because they're out in the physical world, people can see their manifestations physically, and they don't have to speak it, but people can see it. And people are not happy about that. And that's why I said what I said. So Jupiter and Leo is all about shining, success, victory, being seen, being recognized. I do feel like some of y'all are going to be recognized at the time of hiatus, or like finally not being seen to the world. So get ready. That's for some of y'all. I'm going to draw 3 more cards. I'm going to draw 3 more cards. 3 more cards. So Ashe. This is Ashe of the Wands. We have 5 of Cups. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8, right? Yep, 8 of Wands. And then Muertos. Muertos is the death card. By the way, it's Scorpio energy. So we have Ashe. Ashe in the sense of the Wands. New exciting passions, new exciting opportunities. This is on top of origin. So I'm hearing some of y'all have to take chances. You have to take chances and risk on things that you're very passionate about going into this new month. I know that we may not feel that way. You might be feeling like things have not been working out and this has kind of brought you down. But the 5 of Cups is always here to remind you. This is Mars and Scorpio, I believe. This is here to remind you that you tend to wear everything in your sleeve, but what you're not realizing, there's other happiness coming, but you're not seeing it because you're so focused on this. This could also be failures that you have kind of like internalized. Don't internalize that anymore. There's beautiful new things behind you, right? And then, like I said, the 8 of Wands. This is the 8 of Staff. 8 of Staff, right? This is Mercury. It is expensive to take risks. Let me tell you. How do you think I feel about this deck? I've spent so much money on this deck. The last thing I need to be stressed about is people ask me when the deck is coming. Like, I put money into my deck. Like, I can't tell y'all how many times I've had to give proofs for my deck. And I paid $60 to $70 each time to do a proof for my deck to make sure that it's right. So I can have it. It's still not right to me because I've realized I'm still missing some things in it, but that's okay. The second edition, we're not doing that. But it is expensive to take a risk, but once you take it, it's always the reward that comes after it. And that's the beautiful part, right? So the 8 of Wands is here, okay? And I like this card because this is Mercury and Sagittarius. This is you finally getting out of your head. Can you see here how this person, the head's upside, they're finally getting it out? Like, it's just a wealth of information that's going to come to you. You could also be hearing about, for some of you all, this could be dealing with the Sagittarius. This individual may not feel as if things are working out in their life right now. But I think it's all about how they're situating it. If they're confident, they have to learn to know that there's new wonderful things. If this is not a Sagittarius, this is for you. Speak what it is that you want, even if it hurts, right? And this could be around people in your life who don't like really understand what you're doing, right? And then we have Muertos. Muertos is the death card. Muertos is ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Pluto deals with finite endings. The ending of something. Okay? So I'm feeling here, like I said, with the 4 swords, the 6 of Wands, and the Muertos card, this is an ending. I'm feeling like here, some of y'all may no longer have to struggle. Some of y'all are going to finally find your voice. You're finally not going to be in a place of feeling like you are not worthy of anything. And you're finally going to get your power back. I'm hearing a lot of y'all are going to get your power back. And this is beautiful. Because I know that 2020 was a very loaded year. Very nuanced, very complex, but also very intense in that space. And people being scared. I'm not scared anymore. Look, that's why I put my Venmo on my thing up here. Like, my work is valuable. Pay me. Because I used to be like, no, pay me. My work is valuable. I take time out because Spirit wants me to do that. But they're like, no, you need to be compensated. And Spirit has always looked out for me. Period. So when I say value yourself, put yourself out there, value yourself, do that shit. Don't sit up here and be like, well, no. You didn't come on this plane to be a simple Betty boat. A simple Betty butt. You did not do that. They didn't get you here just to be a basic bitch. Basic motherfucker. They did not do that. Don't do that to yourself. Appreciate you, fam. I appreciate you. And I say this because I'm not perfect. I get in my head a lot about things. I'm like, man, like, I don't have this and I don't have that. And Spirit's like, you have enough. Now we're about to give you more, but you have enough. All right. So that is a message from the tarot deck. Okay. Now we going to use my deck. Because everybody know my deck. And you know me. Y'all know my deck be snatching. It's the honor of my Scorpio placements and my Egungun, which in my tradition are your ancestors. Okay. Ancestors are Egungun. All right. So, Egungun, spirit guides, what is it that you want us to know about the month of January? I love going on live, to be honest with y'all. Some days I don't feel like doing it because I'll just be like, Spirit be like, no, rest. But they're like, no, just go on tonight. Right. Love it, right? Love it. Oh, cards already popping out. All right. Dang. Okay. Say less. All right. Interesting. So 6 months is a cycle. 6 months doesn't mean literal 6 months, but this could be a cycle that is not completed, a cycle that needs to be reassessed and reviewed. The 4 cards that popped out are divorce, Virgo analytical, Pisces empathetic, and heartbroken. Now, whenever I think of the heartbroken card, I don't necessarily think of like a relationship breakup. I think of like what we're carrying in our heart space that has brought us down. And we need to be understanding of that space, because I feel like many of us either overanalyze that, because I have the Virgo analytical card. This could be a Virgo or a Pisces. What you need to do is let that go. Let that go. It's not serving you, right? This is why the cycles in your life are not complete. They don't feel complete because you have not taken the time to really sit with yourself and realize that it's okay to feel what you're feeling and not just analyze it and be like, okay, well, this is this, and this, and I'm going to put it over here. And it's like, no, sit with that shit. Sit with that. Period. Don't act like, oh, well, it just is what it is. No, it's not. Ask yourself, be kinder to yourself. The Pisces empathetic card too is Neptune. So you said I'm tired. You said I'm tired. You said I'm tired. Pisces is ruled by the planet Neptune. Neptune, whenever I think of Neptune, I think of mirages. I think of false, like rose-colored glasses type energy, right? And I feel like many of you all have not really seen the hurt for what it really is. And it's really, wow, that's woof. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. And and a lot of the times with that energy, most of the time, it's kind of like, okay, I know I got to get stitches, but let me just put this Band-Aid on it because it's great. It's not bleeding right now. It's good right now. It's good. It's good right now. But let me just put a Band-Aid on it because, it's fine. And then your ass trips in the middle of the fucking street and you bleeding all over the place. And you like, damn, I should have just went to the hospital. Now you got to deal with that shit. And it's like layered. Okay, I'm going to say this. Because no tea, no shade. No tea, no shade to Pisces and Virgo. But I'm going to be very honest. Libras have had a really rough fucking year. Literally. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why later. We're going to get through this though. Pisces and Virgo, y'all have had it rough too. But Libra, all my Libra folks, I'm like, holy shit. If it's not one thing, it's another with us. Like, I just be like, word. And I think it has to do with the fact that we have North Node in Gemini, and Sagittarius is a South Node, right? So air signs and fire signs, like air signs in particular, I feel have been dealing with, but Libra the most. And I feel for fire signs, it has been Sagittarius. It's been Sagittarius. So no tea, no shade to Pisces and Virgo. Y'all been going through, but I feel like it's more an emotional thing. Whereas I feel like Libra's just been getting the gamut of everything. We just been getting hit with every fucking thing. So I do feel the spring will be a better time for many of us. But we just need to finally do the work. It's time to do the work, y'all. And this is where we're going to be setting ourselves up for greatness and find our peace. Like I said, Aquarius season is going to be where things are going to start to lift a little bit. Okay? So that's my deck. Don't wear it out. That's my deck. Don't wear it out. But yes, that is my deck. This deck be slapping. I just be like, even though sometimes I'll be going to like a goon, I'd be asking them questions, and I'd be like, y'all ain't gotta read me like that. Like, I know y'all can't talk to me in the physical. I sure did. I actually did. You're absolutely right, Sib. I did. See, my OG clients know, and OG like viewers know, like, it's interesting because I did a, I'm not really like a political person, but I did a reading about the election, and I was like, Biden's gonna win, and there's gonna be other shit that comes up about 45, and it's gonna be involving money, and his family's gonna be involved, his wife, and his family. And all this stuff started coming out. And I literally told people, we're not going to know the final results until mid-December, and they're still going to challenge it. And also, too, they're going to start being a little bit more lax with flying and whatnot, because now we realize there's a vaccine that's coming out. So all these things, I'm just like, you know, and sometimes I'm wrong. Readers and guidance workers could be wrong. Like, I think that's the thing about accountability. You can always, there's always like room for error, right? But acknowledging that is very important. So that is from my deck. All right, now let's see what messages I have. This is like one of my favorite decks, hands down, one of my favorite decks. I love using this deck because it gets me close to the card reading. I actually have cards here. Let me see. If I find it, I'm using it. But I have cards, like actual like playing cards that I use. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, so let's see here. So Grandma Baby, shout out to TT's fucking amazing. One of my favorite decks. So let's see. The thing about like this nose ring is that like you try to like, I just got it done like Christmas Eve. And so it's not hurting as much, but it's like I can't like wash my face like I normally gotta be like, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I like it. I like it a lot. I can't wait till it heals up the neck and start adding like rings and shit. It's fun learning about those. I like learning about them. It's great. So let's see what the messages are for. Okay, Rider, Corn. I knew this card was gonna pop out. I knew this card was gonna pop out. All right, yo, I knew these cards were gonna pop out, but I didn't know what order. It's interesting. It kind of resonates with the same thing that I've been saying with the decks, right? So the overall energy is fish. I like the fish card because the fish card, you see the little baby, so cute, little baby, so cute, little baby, so cute. So cute. I did that little baby, so cute, so cute, so cute. Sorry, I like, babies are like adorbs to me. Many of you all are coming into your gifts this year. January is going to be a pivotal time for you to work on that, work on other gifts, find yourself within that. But I also feel that many of you all are operating from a place of fear. You got to let that go. Gotta let that go. The mice card is here. This is the 7 of clubs. You gotta stop operating from a place of fear. The thing about fear is that it fucks us up, right? You may be feeling like you may not be in alignment. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact of you're wanting things right away. And that's not how it works. Mice, that's what they do. They burrow themselves in places to find very quickly, to hide or like to grab food and be out. But at the end of the day, if they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, guess what happens? They get caught and they're dead. So what I'm saying to you is, don't get so caught up in like the immediate gratification of things out of fear because you want things so quickly. Clubs also deals with fire. It deals with creating things. It deals with also our intentions. It deals with also being accountable. I will not be surprised, and I've said this in 2021, y'all gonna find out about a lot of people who are fucking scammers. I'm saying this because I'm hearing some people are afraid of getting caught with their bullshit and what they're doing. I don't know why this is being told to me by spirit, but the spirit is telling me this. And it's people that some of y'all may follow that have a lot of people that follow them. No tea, no shade, but that's what spirit is telling me. These people out here selling false dreams, because the snake card is underneath that. Some people out here really are valid, and these people who have this work, who are doing this work under false pretenses, are being very sneaky and not letting others get their shine. This is why it's very important that, like, I don't have a lot of followers, but most of my clients have been word of mouth. And secondly, I always make sure that I support people whom I know that spirit's like, yo, I fucks with them. Because there's a lot of people that, you know, like 2020, like that eclipse that hit, I don't know if anybody knows, but it was a whole scandal and scam. It's just with the spiritual community, familiar with like ATR, like Aquarius season is about to really expose some motherfuckers. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all thought the eclipse season like Sagittarius season, because that's Jupiter. A lot of y'all took shit for face value, like, oh, well, you know what? It is what it is. Aquarius season, you can't do that. People will be flocking to people who are really about it come Aquarius season. And the people who have not been about it, they're going to be exposed. It is enough room for everybody to eat. That's exactly what I've had to realize in doing this spiritual work. There's enough room for everybody to eat. And the fact is, work on your talents. Focus on your talents. Focus on your gifts. Focus on what you're presenting to the world. Doesn't have to be one thing. Stop living in fear and worrying about what everybody else is doing. Don't do that. Because they're saying your blessings are already here. The corn card. This is harvest. Come on, cornbread. Growth. Right? And the Rider card to me always reminds me of the Fool in this one. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of hearts. These are blessings. But you got to be ready for the blessings. Oh, I'm just talking about January. Just like what's in store for the month of January. But many of you all, you're going to be coming in. Look, say it again. What was that? What was that? Spiritual bag is divinely guided and authorized, but you got to be genuine because Spirit will snatch the bag, the coin, and your mind. Spirit, look, let me tell you something, okay? In my tradition, we have an Odu. Our Odu for the 2020 and 2021 is Ogbe Otura. Ogbe Otura speaks of false prophets. They will fall this year. Y'all thought 2020 was going to be was a vibe? A lot of spiritual prophets are going to fall this year. And Neptune, I believe, was in Pisces, and now I believe it was retrograding. I believe it might be out, or it might still be in, I'm not sure. But a lot of these people who we've been like, I literally had the rose colored glass taken off about people. And I'm saying this to y'all. Y'all thought 2020 was going to be a whole shift. Wait until 2021 happens. You're going to be hearing about motherfuckers left and right. And the people that are going to be shining are the ones who are out here really doing this work, because it's going to be word of mouth. It's not going to be, oh, let me just add this person because they're trendy. You're going to start hearing about people word of mouth. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm just saying what Spirit is telling me, and I'm putting it out there. Abundance is going to be for me. And I'm here to help community. And my blessings are going to be tenfold because of that. And I always will say that. Okay? I'm just letting y'all know y'all might not have a lot of access to me in a few months. So, but I'm going to still be there for community. I always support community. Always support community. But yeah. It's going to be, look, a whole key, Sip. A whole key. I'm be sitting here like, wow. I knew they were a fraud. And some people on my timeline are still posting some of these people. I'm just like, but they were just a whole transphobe. and a homophobe, and like, y'all still following them? Y'all still buying shit from them? They're abusers. They're enablers. There's people who thank you. Thank you. We got people who are enabling these people. I'm not going to leave y'all hanging. Why would I leave y'all hanging? I'm not going to do that. But people out here are lost and looking to the wrong people. I'm going to tell y'all this because, and Orisha's Playground, who's like that's like my sib, they had a post about this. If your reader, healer, guidance worker, whatever, does not have an elder, you might want to start questioning why the fuck you're following them. I have mine. That's my Iya. My Iya nife ifufumela ogunguni wura. She's Omo Obatala. I mean Omo Rumala. I don't play. Like, look, I don't play. I'm Omo Obatala, Omo Egbe. You think I got time to be sitting up here being frauds to folks? They will snatch me the fuck off this plane. And I got Egungun on me. They will snatch me the fuck off this plane if I'm being a fraud to people. So just letting y'all know, I can't be out here being lie. I can't lie. That's one of the things as a child of Obatala, I cannot lie. I have to honestly, and I have to live in truth. I can't do it. So if you want to know who I go to do my work, when I'm needing cleansing stuff, that's my Iya. If your guidance worker, healer, or whomever can't name elders who are helping them and or assisting them in the work that they're doing, you need to really reassess why you're following them. And you need to do the work. Look, I try to be, I am perfectly imperfect, y'all. As y'all can see, I am perfectly imperfect. That's the experience. That's the human experience, right? But like, a lot of these people, they're not authentic. And spirit is going to show it. And I feel like many of you all have been holding back because you're fearful of these people too. Don't live in fear. You're fearful because of the following that they have. Start your shit. Oh, so, I mean, now elder doesn't have to be like, someone who's older, but someone who has experience in things. Like someone, if you need someone to, like for me, like that's the person I go to for my spiritual work, right? But I'm looking into doing a mentorship thing, more than likely going into 2021, because Spirit's been telling me I need to start doing more work around being like doing this work, especially with guidance and oracle and all that stuff with community. So this is one of the reasons why I started the Tarot 101 course, because I want people to have autonomy with that work that they do so they can build for themselves. That's why I'm teaching that, because that's what has been told to me that I need to do. And, that's one of many ways. So I'm doing that as well. I'll be doing it quarterly because Spirit is telling me to do it every quarter. So I'm doing it every 3 months. So January, I'll be doing January, April, July, and October. So just know it'll be quarterly. So if you missed this time around because of funding and all whatever, don't worry about it. It's going to be quarterly because I'm here to teach community about that. So yeah. Look, discernment. Look, can we say it again? Discernment is key. Look, look. One thing I've been told about in my tradition: always trust your Ori. Look, you heard them. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Like, post it. Yes, you can. Link is in my bio. I am very flexible when it comes to payment, and I'm making it accessible to people because I know that everybody's not gonna have the money right away. And yes, link is in the bio. So I'm really excited to be teaching that. I'm just so overwhelmed and happy. I want people to know that like discernment is very much key. That's what I'm hearing. Spirit is telling me to stop because they want me to say this with the decks, and then we're probably gonna do a part 2. But Spirit wants you to know to be discerning going forward into 2021. Yo, Eli, like, fam, you OD with it though, and I love it. Eli, I'm so happy. Eli, I think you and Trust Your Rhythm, I don't know if you all know each other, but y'all should be following each other. I think y'all need to talk. Spirit's telling me y'all need to talk. Y'all need to follow each other. I don't know why Spirit's telling me that. Y'all need to follow each other. Trust Your Rhythm and All Hail Kingy, y'all need to follow each other. Please connect. I don't know why Spirit is telling me that. Y'all need to connect. Your gifts are valuable. Your gifts are valuable. You're valuable. I'm just thankful that the work that I do is not in vain. You're welcome. And that it shifts lives, you know? I'm just humbled. Like, the fact that, like, Spirit is like, yo, because at first I was like, yo, because people have been asking me, yo, D used to teach a course about tarot and how you learned it. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if people are going to be receptive to it. And people were like, just do it. Same with when I started Deesparktarot. People were like, you should do it. And I'm like, I don't know. Now I'm like, look, we Gucci out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a beautiful thing. But have discernment, y'all. Please have discernment. In regards to elders, Spirit will tell you. Just ask. Like, that's how I found my EI. Because I have been looking for, so for those that don't know, I am a practitioner of Isheshe. Isheshe is an African-based tradition from Yorubaland, which is current day Nigeria. There are many different strains of the tradition that came to the West that were a little bit creolized. So you have Santeria, you have Lukumi, you have, I want to say, there's like all different kinds that came from Isheshe. Isheshe, we call it Isheshe Lagba. Isheshe Lagba is like the traditional way of how we follow, like Orisa and prayer and all that stuff. So ours is a little different. So a lot of the readers, I'm going to say this, no tea, no shade to a lot of the people that are guidance workers that I've noticed on these internet streets. A lot of them don't really follow Candomblé. Umbunta, I believe, is out of Brazil. A lot of them either are Santeria or Lukumi. Now, I know a lot of people in both, but the tradition of Isheshe is totally different. I think a lot of people discredit Isheshe because they're like, oh, that's that, you know. And I'm like, but all y'all came from Isheshe, like the root of it. This tradition is one of the oldest traditions and practices in the world. Umbanda, yes. One of the oldest traditions and practices in the world before Christianity, before Islam, before Judaism, before Buddhism. It was Isheshe Lagba. And those people also have to understand, like, Yorubaland is not just Nigeria. It was many parts of the continent itself, but most of the findings have been that it's pinpointing that area. But I thought to say I'm appreciative of the practice that I have. So, okay, so in my tradition, we don't say Ifa. Ifa for us is an Orisa, and that would be Orumila. Some people say Ifa, but we don't say Ifa. Like, people who practice Lukumi and Santeria, they say Ifa. But we don't really say Ifa. We say Isheshe. Some people say Ifa. But I don't say it because it's in our tradition, Ifa is Orumila. We don't say, oh, I practice Ifa. And it's like, what? You practice Orumila? You see what I'm saying? So it's a little different. Period. So we always have to be discerning, and like this, the hierarchy is a little different, and in our tradition, women can be priests. Women can be priests. They can be chiefs. And also too, there's a lot of nuances. Like, for example, people say Oshun is like, oh, he has a mirror. in our tradition, she doesn't have a mirror. It's a fan. But, you know, like I said, things change when you come because of translating slave trade. The reason had to do what they have to do. We understand that. Also, Yemoja in our tradition is not the ocean. Olokun is the ocean. Yemoja is a river. So Yemoja, we say Yemoja. Yemoja, Osun, are like the rivers. So it's like little differences that make, and then also too, certain things that they say here, when you go to Nigeria, they be looking at you like you're crazy. Like, what are you talking about? They be like, Oshun's a pebble. What is Oshun? So you gotta be mindful of like the dialect and like the accents and stuff like that. And I'm learning as I go along as well. So yeah. So it's just important to be mindful of people's practices, and what they dictate online may not resonate with you. It may resonate with others, but it may not resonate with you. And also, just like I said, if the person that you're doing this spiritual work with, like guidance work or whatever, doesn't have an elder, you might want to be like, or even someone who's like a mentor to them. We got to really start being a lot more discerning, because the end of 2020 was a lot for me, a lot of shit that I heard, and I was like, wow, y'all out here giving yourselves titles, saying y'all went here and did this, you know. So that's why I do this work. Yeah. So I digress. Bring it back. Period. Say that again. Check the lineage. Check the lineage. I know my lineage. I know my lineage. They're like, so who's your lineage? Who initiated you? Some people will straight up ask you that. Who initiated you? What's their lineage? If you can't answer that, because like I said, I've been hearing stories. I'd be like, wow, it really is. It's a lineage. And I'm going to be very frank. Now, I've heard about non-Black people initiating, but it's not going to be the same experience that Black people have in this tradition. Just a heads up. Just because you're white or non-Black in this tradition does not mean you're going to have the same experience and the same things as Black people do. Because our lineage, the connection to that is very strong. We get it. We know people want to be in this tradition because they want to learn more about spirituality and da-da-da-da-da-da. Look, that's a nuanced conversation in itself. I have so much to say about that, but that's another live. But there's a lot of fraudulent shit I've been hearing. I'm like, y'all OD out here. But, I mean, I've heard some people have told me that they have people that are in their lineage that are Shango. The white people are Shango. And it's not because of the justice work they have to do for Black people and their lineage. It's the justice work that they were supposed to do, their lineage did not do, and now they have to deal with it. Shango doesn't play about his people. You're going to have to do the work for his people. Same with Ogun. I would not want to be a child of Shango or Ogun and I'm not Black. That just sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot. So we got to think about that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to really be mindful of these practices that we're practicing, especially clothes-based practices that are primarily for people who are from the diaspora. If you're not from the diaspora, no tea, no shade, it may not be the tradition for you. And I just gotta, I mean, some people are like, oh, you know, white people ain't it. And I'm like, yes. Yep. So it's, I'm like, wow, okay. Period. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Reparations. Could you imagine? You just be like, wow, like, that's what happened to you? But anyways, yeah. So I was like, I got Obatala. Get out. You're blocked. I'm gonna block you. How do you block people? I'm reporting your comment. I'm hiding you from my life. Log off. Yo, screaming. But yeah, so it's a very closed-based practice. I'm thankful. You know what? Can we get them off of here? Get them off of here. Yo, you OD. You OD. Yo, not the water spirits drowning motherfuckers. Log off. Log off. Log off. Log off. Log off. But I say all I have to say, like, January is going to be a very interesting year. And I feel like once the end of January hits, you're going to be hearing about a lot of things. You're going to be like, wow. Okay. So, yeah. I feel good. I think I'm good. I don't know if there's any other messages I have from Spirit. That's about it. Like I said, if you like the book of reading, link is in the bio. Tarot 101 course, link is in the bio. Soon as you send your email, put your information, I'll send you an email with confirmation, set up all the payment and stuff. Decks will not be out till March 2020. I'm not rushing that. If you're pressed about it, don't know what to tell you. I still have oils. I have a few in stock, like a few bottles left, like maybe 5 or 6 bottles left, like empty bottles. I have 3 oils to hug, which is for ancestral support, love, care. This is also really good for heart space work. You use it in your baths. I also have an oil for black, queer, transgender, non-conforming, non-binary folk. And I also have a prosperity oil, and that is for multiple areas of prosperity. This doesn't mean money. So, thank you all so much. I appreciate the love. Like I said, if you want to share this video, because this is going to be up, you can share it. Please share it. Share it, please. Thank you all so much, and take care. Bye-bye.